Yeah. My wonderful director, Professor Yemi Otubote. Thank you for this privilege. Yeah, you are surprised when I call you professor, right?
Yeah.
So even though my definition for professorial title, people in that word, I said they knowing too much in too little. Knowing too much in too little. So don't mind me. I don't want them to crucify me when this video is out. So so you can help me to edit that. Anyway, that's a joke. Now, thank you so much, my wonderful brother. Thank you. I appreciate everyone. And I heard somebody introducing herself as a financial analyst, right? So I think I got that one.
Yes.
Who is the financial analyst?
Me, Tosin.
Madam Tosin, thank you for, you are going to analyze the global financial disruption that is happening so that we will know how far you are prepared. Even if it is that of Nigeria alone, we can move forward. Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
With you, sir.
Yeah, so let me start it. You might think I'm joking that. I'm not joking, actually. I'm trying to push you. The question that was given to me, let me read it again. How to be mentally ready to taking global action.
Yes,
so
sir.
Yeah, when I was called yesterday, all I must say it is quite an honor to be with you, and this has been my passion, talking with all of your calibers. I'm so honored that Mr. Yemi got me on phone and they said that, okay, this thing is not, I will not even count it or see it as impromptu, but a privilege, because as a soldier, there's a soldier that is ready for any time you can be called upon. So it's quite a privilege for me that I'm going to be part of your discussion today. And I think we are about 15 here. That means we can turn the world around. So these are planet shakers. I see you as planet shakers. I see you as, engineers. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We are with you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Your profession might not be in that or related to engineering work, but I believe you understand what I'm saying. Now, I also heard Mr. Yemi saying that he is a problem solver, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they solve a lot of problems. He's so good at that. But I would like to expatiate and blow some certain thing that we need to know today. Now, how can we be mentally ready? Firstly, if you don't know the state of your mental state, let me just say, don't let me go on that. Let me leave that side now. But let me first of all say, if you don't know the state of your conceptualized idea, if you don't know the state of your mind, if you don't know the state of who you are and what you are and what you are projecting, it may be very difficult for you to tackle some problems or even a particular problem. So you must understand that you are relatively an answer to some certain disruptive realities, presently in the world. And meaning, if you don't take action, things around you will take action for you. In geography, there is two terminologies we discovered about environment. We say one is determinism and one is possibilism. Determinism is when you are the one determining the state of the atmosphere, things that happens in the atmosphere around your environment. You determine that. Possibilism, it's something that is, a natural environmental pollutants or natural environmental realities. So these are the things that you must know. So you must be the one that is determining the what do you call it now, the state of your environment, of your atmosphere. Now, I came up with something that you might have come across it many times. You know, the statement that says think outside the box. I hope you understand that. I mean, you've been hearing that, think outside the box.
Yes, sir.
You know, it is very easy. It is very easy to think outside the box. It is very easy to think outside the box. You might say it is not easy, but for me, it is easy. Hello, are you hearing me?
I'm with you, sir.
Okay. It is very easy, you know, to think outside the box as for me, but it might not be easy for others to think outside the box. What do I mean by thinking outside the box is when you are not in the subject of what you were before, when you are not doing the things that you are doing and you are trying to figure out another method of solving a particular problem. So, but I'm going to relay this to you today, that it is high time to think as if there was no box. Now, I need to establish this fact with you so that you will know where you're going. Presently, just like the film the popular movie, the movie of Mali, that the destiny of a particular country lies on the shoulder of a boy called Mali. So it might look like a fictional movie to you, but I want to say the destiny of the world lies on your shoulder. You are the one to take the world beyond now. And everybody we are looking at, we are looking on you. You are just like our pathfinder now. You are the one that to set the pace. You are the one to tell us where to go. And if you are not mentally sound, if you are not mentally active, there's no how you can do that. And that is why the others generation, they are taking it. They are not trusting you. They are not trusting the youth of the world, and it is quite unfair on their own part not to trust you. And they may have their reason. They may have that. Okay, why? You know, the reason we are not trusting these guys, they are not coming out with something that they, in their own world, in their own generation, you know, did that was something that were very exceptionally, you know, good. So if you are not in that realm, in that kind of strata with them, it might be very difficult for them to give you their trust. So what do we do? And that is why I said it is time for you to think outside. To think as if there was no box. What do I mean is that when you have a box, you are tantamount to go back to the box when you face a particular challenges or situation. It's like a snail. We all know what snail is. When it's this thing, the antenna touches a particular object, you will discover that it will go back to its shell. So what are the objects your antennas are touching? What are the challenges are you facing? So, and how to know that you are mentally active is when you face challenges, when you face some kind of problems, and you are able to tackle that problem and you move on. So if you are facing a particular problem and you find it difficult, you might likely go back to the shell, you might likely go back to the box. And before you move out of the box, you might find it very difficult again until probably somebody come around to rescue you. So you think as if there was no box in the first place. And that is how to make your mental aspect of your life more active, you know, meaning that when you are thinking as if there was no box, there's no challenge. In fact, you have solved 70% problem that may likely face you. Are you with me? Or that you may likely face.
True, sir.
You have solved it instantly. Why? Because you are projecting, you have seen all the challenges ahead of you as nothing but plain ground. Meaning you have the faith to go by it. You have the faith to go with it. You have the faith to go through. You have the faith to navigate. You have the faith. So the faith in you, and that is what, relates to your mind, because you have to think deeply. Now let me just tell you that the world is not looking for idealists. The world is looking for catalysts. Is somebody hearing me? They said the idea rules the world. This time around, it's not the idea that rules the world. Catalysts rule the world. People that can come with solution, instant solution. So before you think, there are people that have added 1 or 2, 3 things together, and they are gone. So you still be thinking. So that is why I said it is time to think as if there was no box. So meaning, if you think as if there was no box, you've solved some kind of problem, that may likely be a terrorist to your encounter. Now, this is what I want us to quickly discuss, the factors that you must understand that may likely box you inside the box, the factors that give you a line that represents your personality, that represents your purpose, that represent your vision. Firstly, related to, what I've just said, on that terrain, you have to be a man or a woman without restriction. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have to be a man or a woman without restriction. Now, the social media influence will never allow you to be a woman or a man without restriction. Or let me just say, you have to be an influencer. You must be an intimidator. You must be somebody that intimidates situations or challenges. You must not be intimidated by anything. So keeping your mind active has to do with the influence you keep. Are you with me? Keeping your mind active has to do with people that are around you or that surround you, your environment peers, the people that you cohort together, the people you relate together, the people you share some minds, some ideas, some feelings, some whatever thing that is happening, people you share with. You will hear a lot of people that, by the time you are sharing something with them, instantly they will tell you it cannot be possible. So social media, this time around, what do I mean by using social media as a factor? As you are seeing some people discussing on certain subjects, that is how you are also seeing some other people discussing another or some other set of subjects.
True.
So which one are you going to take? Is it the one that intimidates or the one that gets you going? Is it the one that shot you back to your box, or the one that exposes you? Is it the one that will tell you, oh, Odubota, you can do it? Sorry that I mentioned him. Odubota, you can do it. Odubota, you cannot do it. And let me tell you, until you try, you will never, or let me just give you this. Until you try, you will forever remain in the congregation of the dead. That is how to keep your mind active. Try something that you have never tried before. Try something you have never tried before. So now, when you are impacting your global realities, how do you do that? It is this. I said the world is not looking for idealists. The world is looking for catalysts. Now, when you try what you have never tried before, it gets you going. Try something that is inspiring. Try something that's that is forceful. Try some certain things that you will know it is. In fact, if ideally, if you want to solve this problem, it will take you like maybe if you are talking about something that is very mean, something that is not challenging, maybe 2-3 days you've already solved it. But when you are trying something that is very new, something that is out of your, expertise, something that is out of your energy, something that is out of, that one will keep your mind active, your brain will be working. because you want to try it, you want to do it. Let me tell you, you will be the one to blow your own mind when you might have finished, executed that project or executed that particular challenge. Challenge. Are you with me?
Yes,
so
sir.
What are we going to do is that we need to be creative. When you are creative, be a specialist in creativity. And that lady I mentioned that she said she's a financial analyst. And I said you have to analyze the financial status of Nigeria, all of Africa, all of the world. Yeah, so you must be very, very creative. Be a specialist in creativity. So if you are creative, you will know that, people will be looking for you. Because if you are doing things dogmatically, if you are doing things, the way they used to do it, if you have been engaging in mean things, let me use that word, you will not have any kind of impact or influence. We have been hearing this all this while. So what are you bringing? Any new thing? That is what you'll be challenged on. This is how your mind is, engaging. And when we are talking about global engagement, we are talking about global influence. We are talking about global destructive realities in the global world. You should know that you are not alone. You are not the only one. But how are you going to make yourself outstanding? And that is why I want to discuss with you today. How are you going to make yourself a very crazy individual? How are you going to make yourself? Yeah. How are you going to make yourself magnetic agent? How are you going to make yourself electromagnetic power? How are you going to make yourself an intelligent part of life that people will be running after? The people that created influence in the world that you are reading today, one way or the other, they stood out. They did a workshop project. They make sure that they are ready to face whatever thing that the world is suggesting to them. And more so, they beat the world. You see? So people are using social media to elevate themselves, to exonerate themselves, to create some certain things. What are you going to use? What is your own object? What is your own proactive measure? What is your own kind of system? Now, today, I want every one of us here, I'm inclusive. I'm cutting myself inclusive. I want us to be people, or let me just say, a word agent. I want us to be word agent rather. I want us to be a reaction that the world will be like, where's this one coming from? We've never had this one before. What is, people want to see why and how you get it, why you are doing this and how you were able to come to this far. People want to see. I don't want to waste our time. Now, let me just say, be technologically sound. This time around, the world is on 5G, but let me tell you, we have China that is already gone, that is mounting on the 6G. They've gone far. And if care is not taken, 2021, they will be coming with 10G. So, yes. So if you are there and you are still thinking, probably, let me digress a little bit. Relationship has caused lots of people in a cage. If you go to social media today, all what you'll be hearing, mostly 70% of what you'll be hearing and seeing or reading on social media is sex. Is it sex that gives you food? Is it sex that's going to make you an exceptional individual? Is it sex that we we have been hearing? You can go to Google and ask how you can make love, whatever. It's not new. You are the one that is new. If you raise up your hand, your DNA is different from my own DNA. So I want us now to start engaging ourselves, in a situation or on a situation that is intentionally unconventional. I don't know, maybe that my statement is right to your oblongata.
Come again, sir.
Yes, sir. I said it is high time we start engaging ourselves in a situation or on a situation that is intentionally unconventional.
Okay.
Are you with me now? That is unconventional situation. You have to be intentional. That is, I want to do this and I want to succeed. I want to make impact. I want to influence the world. I want to create momentum that the world has never had before. So go on research. That is how to keep your mind at glow. Research, 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 research. Africa leadership, you know, it's something that is quite mind-boggling, and but you must set the pace for them. They are not encouraging research work, but go on and bring out something that they will look after, and they will begin to call on you or call your name. Don't do something that is that will tarnish your purpose, your vision. I've said it that you must be a man or a woman of vision. That is number one thing that you must keep to your heart. A man or a woman of vision. Let your vision drive you. Let your vision propel you. Let your vision take you beyond your status quo. Be a status quo breaker. Let the world begin to see you as even a threat. Hello? Let the world begin to see you as a threat. What do I mean by that? Let them begin to come and begin to reason and begin to have their mind together. This guy wants to take this particular innovation beyond this. How are we going to, you know? I'm not saying when you are what threat, you are a terrorist. No, that's not what I'm talking about. In fact, it is even better for you to be a terrorist to think that is terrorizing the world. Are you getting it? So let the world begin to think of you. You need to set a pace. You need to set some, you know, you let the world begin to think more than you have ever imagined. Let the world begin to have you in their mind. Let the leaders, and how do I mean by the world? Anything that is, anything, your surroundings, your environment, you're from your own family. Then your family begin to think, I think, is this man crazy? Is this man normal? Are you with me? The world is crazy. You must be a crazy agent. Before you can change the world, you must be, something came to my spirit when I was preparing for this. I was just thinking, I did, because I know what to say anyway, but I want to also say something that has not been heard before. That is what I want to do. That is what I'm thinking of. And when Yemi said that he's a problem solver, I was like, okay, is there any way that you can create problem to solve problem? Hello?
Yes, sir.
You have to develop that. Let me give you a very good example. Bill Gates came on with Microsoft, for example, laptop, computer. And people are buying, and they want to create another momentum. And he said, like, okay, what do I do? Let me create virus. Is virus not a problem?
It is.
In order to keep himself afloat, in order to make himself relevant, you know, he created virus. By the time he created virus and he see that, oh, people are rushing into it and blah, 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 you just discover that there's virus. Because he wants to sell more computer, because if your own computer is being, attacked by virus or with a virus, and you try, you have to go and buy another one. Or if you don't want to buy another one, something must happen. Then he created antivirus. So he's creating problems to solve problems. That is one of the things that I love in Bill Gates. Another thing, my hand is off. Create problem to solve problem. You might say, Asa, we are creating solutions to solve problem. Until you come to this realm, you are still on a dogmatic volume of life. The world will not look for you. It might sound, is this man not conflicting itself? If you understand what I'm talking about, is to know that a catalyst is actually somebody that think beyond you, or that think beyond ordinary human being. And lo, you have not even used 7% or 10% of your brain. If you use 10% of your brain, then you're already going crazy. I like that. There's no use of a solution. I don't know, it's disappeared now. So let me say what I want to say that I just put down here. Now, the last one I will talk about is your energy. Your energy, that is your passion. We are talking about how to keep our mind, our mental active in this, for global impact. For global impact, how to be actively ready to take global action, for global impact. What is your passion? Okay, thank you very much. What is your passion? What are you passionate of or about? What is driving you? Why are you in that system? Why are you in that work you are doing? Why are you accepting the work you are doing? When you are not a passionate individual, there's no how you can execute anything in life. You are tantamount to be, or to be called, or you regard to be, let me just say, regarded to be a lazy person. That is how it is. If you don't have passion, you can move forward. And it is your passion that will drive you to any research. I decided to say this last. I don't want to mention it first. When I was relating it, when I started my statement, my speech, when you are not a passionate person, when you are not someone that's crazy about some certain things, there's no how you can implement. There's no how your mind can be active. Because it is what you're passionate of, you go after. I think my time remains 3 minutes. And I want us to take this course, mental course. How electromagnetic is your mind? I don't know how electromagnetic, is your mind running over the issue of life, running over the issue of global realities. Economy of the world is met down. The political aspect of the world is no more, is in shambles. COVID-19 has exposed a lot of leaders. The educational part of the world, is going crazy, it's going down. It's not encouraging anymore. And what are you going to do that is exceptional that we can use to bring back the world system? Fauci, Bill Gates and co, Cabas, they are controlling your atmosphere. Incredible power of one. And it's not because they are rich, it's because their mind is active. It's because they have passion. It's because they are doing something that is more crazy than a normal individual. So the economic part of the world, the educational part of the world, the technology part of the world, everything is going down. What are we going to use? What is your weapon that we use to create the momentum? What is your own weapon? Let your passion be your weapon. Let your vision be your weapon. Use this to put your mind active. We are not talking about the conventional part of mind activity. Mind being active. All sort of, what social medias are full of. No, we are talking about individual development, emotional intelligence, artificial intelligence. And what I created a philosophy around about politics. I said orientation intelligence. All these things I don't want to mention because you have been hearing before. Are you with me? So I don't want to talk about those things because it will be like you are repeating what we have had before, except I don't know. So these areas you have to recap it and send yourself to world exile. How do I mean? You send yourself to a place where you'll be challenging yourself, set a standard for yourself. By so doing, you will discover that there's nothing in this world that can intimidate you. Thank you. If there's any question.
Wow, fantastic, amazing. Thank you so much. In fact, I'll be honest, I didn't think I was going to grab so much of a new thing. When I was going to, I thought probably well, but I've learned so much and this is very amazing. We appreciate you so much, sir. You're actually an icon and we respect you. Thank you for even honoring our invitation and sharing your wealth of knowledge with us. You are appreciated. So we're just going to go for like 5 minutes for questions. If you have questions, you can just unmute your mic or just drop it in a message box so that we can quickly do this. So let me go through the chat box if there are any questions. Okay, to tackle this challenge, think like there is no box. Okay, we have do we have questions from anyone? Well, may I have a question? And my question is, with my little experience, let me use the word little. People, how
I believe
can
we have a question anyway, but you can continue with your own question.
well, I just want to open the floor before someone would. My question is, how can we build our young people to be a visionary leaders? Because I realize that sometimes when you're having a conversation with a young person and you're trying to communicate, you know, transfer an idea into their head so that they can see where you're going to, it just limits. It's like there's a limiter to how they want to see what you want them to see. Is there a way we can, mentally just make people be a visionary leader?
Yeah, you can make people be a visionary leader by yourself, by using yourself as example.
Okay.
That's the simplest way to go about it. You might talk from morning to night. People get influenced by another person's action. I remember some times ago when you were talking to me about your past.
Right.
How you get yourself involved is because you see some people doing it. If I say I am into leadership, leadership training, whatever I think I said I'm doing, until you see me doing it, you will never believe, you will never do it. You will never be inspired to do it. Are you with me? Now,
yes.
My sister that says, she said that she's a financial analyst. Have you heard about this program before? If I show you, can you see? Can you see?
Okay.
That's number 3. I'm not trying to use
derivative.
one. We have 1, we have 2, 3. We have 4.
Nice.
5. 6. 7. 8. And it's talking about investment 2, investment ethics, corporate finance, alternative investment. Only that is packed. I made a provision for this. It's thousands anyway, and we are reading it in our house. But it's a course that my wife is taking. By the time she saw me, and it's the peak of anybody into accounting or finance, is a peak, whatever thing you can achieve in your life. This is the course. It's a global course. Once it's more than CCA or I don't know what you guys do, the term of your finance stuff. But what am I trying to say is that she saw me doing some certain things and she said, darling, I need to go beyond my level. I said, okay, no problem. And I went ahead and I got this because I want her to attain a peak in life, a career, whatever. So how to make somebody a visionary leader is you. And that is why I say be an influencer. It's not about talking. I don't even know how to talk. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not an orator. You know, but the little I will say, you should be able to have sense in that. So what am I trying to say is that be an exemplary what?
Leader.
Thank
you
that
very
is
much.
How to somebody else like that.
Thank you very much. So let me just read out something from the chat box. That thank you, sir, for charging us. For us to be catalyst, as you have said, we need a lot of introspection or examination of our mindset to act in the right path. The box, as you've mentioned, is a cocoon, which unfortunately is in every aspect of our lives. This has limited our possibilities. I agree, we need to act like there is no box to be limitless. That's from David Ebosele, our program officer. I think he totally agree with you that we need to act like there is no box to be limitless. Okay, I think that's an agreement with all that you've said. Do you have any other question? Abraham Ijaola, do you have a question? Abisola Isomi.
No, not at all.
Okay, Abisola Isomi, because I know those are the people that like to ask questions on some powerful words you've said. Okay, Ruka is in the office, but she's listening. We have Nestle from Turkey. You're welcome, Nestle, and every other person that just joined. And okay, Gabriel Adilaja is also in another meeting, but is also listening. So I want to believe that everything you've said, it made a lot of sense personally for me and for everyone. And if there are no other questions, do we have another one? Okay. So that means everyone. So how can they reach you? Because I know some people, they probably don't want to say anything now. They want to just slide into your DM. How can they directly reach you? Because Bisola is laughing right now.
Thank you so much. Don't postpone your ability to move beyond your realm. Let me just leave that one with you. Do it now, and don't set yourself an obstacle. Begin to break protocol. Somebody, you can take a question so that it can be read. Now, there was a box. And that is why you heard my statement saying, think as if there was no box. Not think as if there is no box. There has been a box. Hello? We came out of a particular box. Our mindset before, is static. Our mindset before is somewhere. We are thinking conventional way, and that means that we have a box. So, meaning you must understand that there was a box that you are coming out of. You must not go back to the box. Do you understand me now?
Fantastic. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you,
that
sir.
Man that, he or she that, I don't know the person, don't know the gender, sorry.
I think the person is having serious network issues. Even to type and drop the message is taking a longer time. Okay, well, I guess what I would do is once the question
you are asking that how can they reach me?
Yes.
The Carpenter Favour can reach me on my Facebook.
Okay. Would you mind typing that in the message if that would help out?
Okay, let me see.
Thank you so much, sir.
Hello, Mr. Yemi. Can I chip in something, please?
Oh, okay, sure. Who is talking, please?
Taslim.
Okay, Taslim. Taslim is a guest. Okay, quickly, Taslim, please, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Carpenter Favour. Can I
yes,
compare
this question, please?
Pardon?
Okay, Taslim, please go on.
Okay, thank you. Now, sir, can I compare the box scenario So so a quote of unlearning and relearning.
Okay.
That is trying to unlearn all that we've actually previously learned over decades of years, and then trying to relearn afresh, relearn anew.
No, no, no.
Okay.
What you learned so far, are you with me? What you have learned so far can still be useful. But that is why I said, think as if there was no box. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning, there is something ahead of you that you need to tackle. There is something ahead of you that you need to go by. If you now use something before that you've had, you've learned, to tackle it, you may likely find it difficult to move forward. But relatively, that won't say what you have learned before is not useful. So you can totally discard all what you've learned. No. So, but it's about you thinking, like I said, I don't know, maybe you were here from the time I started my conversation. I said people used to think outside the box. We used to hear that think outside the box, think outside the box, think outside the box. That is, don't be conventional. It is time to be creative. It is time to do this. I've mentioned that as well. But when you are thinking now, let me use your language, think as if there is no box. Hello?
Yeah, well,
You
Understood,
will,
sir. Please go ahead.
in any way, there's no how you will come back to what has been the part of difficulties. Where I'm saying that accept challenges or accept a particular challenge and move ahead of it. Go beyond problem. Think ahead of problem. If others are doing it, automatically you will experience lots of blockage, lots of hindrances, lots of different things that may likely discourage you. So I am saying break protocol. Hello? There is a barricade, there is a standard that has been set for you that you can move beyond this. Factors around you have set that barricade already. But you are the one that will challenge yourself that I want to go beyond this. So you are not going to be subjected to anything that can pull you down. So when you are trying a new thing, automatically you see that new thing as a Kilimanjaro. You see that thing as a mountain, as a problem. So never think of the problem. In fact, don't envisage problem for yourself. Don't create problem for yourself when you are trying to solve problems. I don't know, this statement is different from when I say create problem to solve problem. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's different. Hello, is somebody hearing me?
yeah, we are with you, sir.
Please, I want you to get me properly. I want to go to Mr. Adupote's place where he is right now. And presently with me, I'm only having 10 naira. And to come to your house, maybe 1,000 naira, but I'm having 10 naira. By the time you start thinking of having 10 naira in your pocket, you have already shut yourself down. Are you getting me now? You are now in your box. You've come back to your box because thinking of the 10 naira you are having is already out of order, out of what I'm saying. But the moment you have it at the back of your mind that I am going to Odubote's house, what you need to do is to now begin to find a way. You begin to find a way around how you're going to get there. You will never think of the 10 naira you're having, let alone, Odubote's house is 30 kilometers away. Odubote's, I don't know, I'm going to meet a lot of Molue, you know. No, a Catholic don't think like that. You go beyond any limitation. That is why I love the question that's limitless, whatever. You go beyond any limit, anything that can set you abase. No, you are not meant for that. Is if you are thinking like that, then you are still among the normal individual. Let me call them normal individual. Because when you begin to think beyond them, you become unnormal. You are no more normal, you become crazy. And that is how to solve problems in this world. That is how to break into the global realities.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Let me quickly read this question from the guy so that we can quickly wrap. It's already 5 p.m. It said, how can we convince our youth nowadays towards a better future? Because what most think of now is to make money. A child stole his mother's money, then she beat him and asked him, do you know where stealing will take you to? He said, yes. Then she asked where. He said, National Assembly. Very funny. At that little age, he has that mindset. Same with most youth today. How can we change that? Well, I believe you've answered that, but you can still ship in something.
Okay, it is very simple. Thank you, Mr. Yemi, that you say I've answered that. You change them by making them to see what they are not seeing. If a National Assembly is meant for thieves, are you going to be a thief? What is your passion? What is your purpose? There's something we call purpose-driven life.
Yeah.
Is that your own objective? Is that your own mission? Is that your own kind of vision? Do you want? Are you going there to impact, or you are going there to to deactivate? So if you are not an influencer, or should I say positive influencer, but you understand what I mean by if you are not an influencer. If you are not a change agent, then there's no how you will not comply with what they are saying, their thinking faculty. And that is why I love this question, mental active. And I said you have to be mentally structured, mentally institutionalized, mentally positioned. So you have to be like this before you can change them. When they see what you are typing, when they see what you are saying, they begin to reason. When you don't go by what they are saying, I mentioned sex to be the object of to be the trial object. I hope many of you heard me. They are talking about sex. Sex is just more or less being a thief. Everybody is a thief, must be a thief. Fingers, they say, are not equal, right? Must be the shortest one. Hello. Fingers are not equal, but must be the shortest one. Somebody say, sorry, sir, I think if one believer has no problem, he or she might never look for a solution. But I think it will be better if the youth acknowledge their problem. It is then they can devise a sustainable solution. Yes, I've said it earlier. I don't know if you are coming late. We must know our limit, but I'm saying you must not stay in your limit, in your limitation. You must not limit yourself. We know the moment you start thinking you have that limitation, you are already limiting yourself furthermore. There is a thing to accept limitation. There is another thing to go beyond limitation. And that is why I make that verbatim. Think as if there was no box, because there was a box before that keep you in box. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And I appreciate this your time. It is it's very encompassing, and I believe we would still call you again for another in-depth. But due to time and one of the challenges in this country, data is expensive and people are already online. But we know we'll get there. On behalf of everyone here, we appreciate you, sir. We thank you so much for sharing this knowledge with us and for opening our minds not to even think there is a box anywhere. You know, we are limitless. We can be more. We are a change agent. And at ImeyReach Foundation, is our job, you know, to make people see themselves as a better person, also to help build a community, which is in line with what you're doing with the Carpenter Foundation and everything you stand for. Thank you so much for your time. We deeply appreciate it. And God bless you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you, sir.
I'm
Thank you very
honored.
much.
Thank you so much. I'm honored. I'm honored. Thank you so much, and God bless you.